So it's come around to that time again where Wuthering Waves starts doing a little bit more promotion for their game, and this time it's for version 2.1. If you don't know, version 2.1 is set out to come very soon, and by the time this video comes out, I'm pretty sure the version 2.1 livestream would have already happened. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing, and I do have a whole video on that. I should have uploaded it yesterday at about, the same time that the livestream came out on my More channel, but pretty much people have been very excited for this, with some of the new characters coming to the game like Phoebe and Brant. But obviously, what else do Wuthering Waves do other than live streams and advertisements and stuff? Well, they also do interviews with a lot of popular Chinese kind of newspapers, magazines, and whatever kind of news companies there is. And today we've actually got a new one which has been fully translated for us that we can actually go through and see what, the devs have planned for the future of Wuthering Waves for version 2.1, and, where they actually see Wuthering Waves going in the future. So again, we're going to be going through all of that. We're going to be going through everything that you need to know. And yeah, if you guys do enjoy this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And also go to Game Subs. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff, including, shirts like this. Again, they got a ton of really nice stuff. They got a new event on at the moment. I definitely recommend checking it out because this event is really cool. So you can't miss it. Again, you get 10% off just by using my code Kaza. But let's get back into the video. So this was the post that came out from Rinascita. They actually have a full translated version, and it says a summary of Solon Lee's interview with the Guangzhou Daily on Wuthering Waves. Now, if you don't know, Guangzhou is an area in China, and obviously this is a Chinese kind of newspaper or news source or whatever you want to call it. And starting off pretty strongly, we're going with the TGA recognition. Now, if you don't know, the TGA abbreviated to the Game Awards. Obviously, Wuthering Waves were featured at the Game Awards, and unfortunately we didn't win anything. Balatro actually beat us out, and but Solon Lee actually went there. Obviously, there's obviously a picture of him sat with the devs of the Black Myth Wukong game, which again was really cool to see. And they say at the 2024 Game Awards TGA, Wuthering Waves was nominated for Best Mobile Game and Player's Voice. Despite the honor, producer Solon Lee emphasized that the player's feedback is more valuable than awards. So again, that's really great to see, because obviously it means they're not too affected by awards. Obviously, it is great that they're being recognized for a lot of the stuff that is going on in the game and actually winning awards. Obviously, they've won so many other awards other than the Game Awards. The Game Awards isn't just the only award show out there. But again, it's good to see that they are paying more attention to the feedback rather than winning awards and getting recognition from a lot of these game awards, which is, a good thing that you want to see. You want to see them constantly improving. Now, we go on to Kura Games' growth. They say originally a small startup in Zhuhai, Kura Games pivoted towards ACG after investment from Buka Comics. The company later moved to Guangzhou in 2015 to attract top talent. In 2024, Wuthering Waves surpassed 30 million downloads worldwide within a month, which again is absolutely amazing to see. Obviously, these are some statistics from Kura Games and how they've grown. And again, Kura Games have actually been around for quite a long time. That's over 10 years, I would say. Obviously, it's 2015, but they had a little bit of a company before that. Honestly, they have actually been around and they actually do know their stuff. And, obviously they made Punishing Grey Raven and stuff before that, but it seems like they are now perfecting a lot of what they know from this kind of 10 years of experience, and they're putting it into Wuthering Waves. And obviously, the game has grown massively and the company has grown massively too, and hopefully we can see it exponentially grow as the game grows with it. So that's really great. That's a good little bit of statistics there. Obviously, we go to number 3, saying vision for open world action games. Solon Lee wanted Wuthering Waves to combine fast-paced combat with open world exploration. Though the project faced early technical challenges, the team remained committed to innovation. He believes that open world games allow for long-term expansion and creativity. And obviously that's absolutely true. I feel like, especially with this rinascita patch, it seems like Solon has really gone into this whole exploration thing, because they've improved exploration with, mechanics like flight. Flight has been a massive one. I used to hate exploration in any kind of open world gacha game, any kind of open world game in general. I just wouldn't explore, especially in Wuthering Waves 1.0. But as soon as they introduced the flight thing, I was just like, oh, hell yeah, I'll actually go and explore stuff, because, you'd want to get chests. I'll go farming for chests and I'll be like, okay, I can actually just go and fly using my wings, which was actually really great. And it just really improved the overall exploration experience for me and for a lot of players as well. And yeah, again, it allows for a lot of long-term expansion and creativity, as I said, in terms of development, but also in terms of the player base, because it allows people to play the game long term if they want to. Obviously, a lot of gacha games, sometimes you just go into the game, you do your dailies, and then you get out. Whereas this one, you can actually go and explore the world almost infinitely. Now, obviously, there is a little bit of a cap in terms of chests and how much you've actually collected in the world, but mostly infinitely, you can go and walk around the world as much as you want, which I think is a really great aspect of open world games in general, not just Wuthering Waves. And I think that, yeah, it does allow for a little bit of longevity in terms of gameplay, but it also gives them a little bit of longevity in terms of development of the game, because it allows them to create expansions for the game, obviously Rinascita being one of them, but we've still got so many more areas for them to make in the future too, which again is going to be really great to see. And yeah, obviously creativity added onto that too. They can be very creative in terms of, bringing out new areas. They can think of new designs, new kind of styles that they want to experiment with, which I think is going to be really great for the future of Wuthering Waves. And it's good that they are actually thinking about this, because it could mean that we're going to see a little bit more of a creative approach coming from Wuthering Waves, which we've already seen from the get-go. So, you know, just even more of what they've been doing. And then they go on to the fourth one, being the Tencent investment and industry impact. They say in late 2023, Tencent acquired a 37% of Kuro Games, making it the studio's largest external shareholder. This move is expected to strengthen Kuro's position in the ACG market, which again is absolutely amazing to see. Obviously, Tencent is going to provide them a lot of money to keep doing what they're doing, and hopefully it does allow Kuro Games to stay there longer, keep developing the game, and just keep Wuthering Waves going, because I feel like some of the previous investors might not have been able to put in as much money as maybe Tencent would have, which again, obviously there was a whole controversy. I've made a whole video about, you know, why it's a good and also bad thing. Some games sometimes die whenever they get bought up by big companies, but I do believe this is a good thing for Wuthering Waves and Kuro Games in general, because it allows them to, you know, hire more staff, it allows them to get more equipment and better equipment, and just, you know, pretty much just make the game better overall with a lot of money, you know, being pumped into this. So again, we go on to the next one with the fifth. They're saying player first development philosophy. They say Kuro Games prioritizes player satisfaction, actively addressing feedback and technical issues like optimization problems at launch. Solon Lee believes a game's success is defined by the developer's dedication, vision, and execution quality, which again is absolutely true. Obviously, you know, Wuthering Waves has become this kind of, you know, known as the devs listen kind of game, because they do honestly listen. You know, there has been a lot of mistakes in the past, but the thing is, Kuro Games go ahead and they change it, they fix it, and they do whatever to make it better for the player base, and it does improve, and that's why people really love the game. Now, obviously, there are still a couple of things they still can improve. For example, like the Korea translation stuff. Maybe they'll announce some of that in the 2.1 stuff. I'm not really sure. But again, there's a couple things they can improve on, but mostly for the big pressing issues, especially over here in the West and also in China, they've definitely kind of latched onto it and made sure that they do have this kind of like player first approach, which has really helped them in terms of getting a lot of players and also keeping a lot of players as well, which, you know, obviously I cover all the time on this channel. And then finally, we've got number 6, which is long-term goals. They say, looking ahead, Solon Lee hopes that in 5 to 10 years, Wuthering Waves will be remembered as one of the best action open world games. So again, that's a pretty big statement from Solon there, saying that, you know, the best open world action game, like not just gacha game, just overall ever, which again is going to be absolutely insane. It means that he has a lot of plans for this game, and he's trying to go for the kind of long approach for this game. You know, 5 to 10 years is quite a long time. Now, obviously, he says will be remembered, so maybe he doesn't think it's going to go on that long. But the thing is, to be remembered as one of the best, you know, you do have to have quite a bit of longevity for people to actually remember it in the first place. So hopefully, we can see a ton of really good updates coming out from Wuthering Waves to kind of bring it up to the status of best action open world game. Because again, with a lot of really good updates like rinascita, it's definitely going to bring them up there. Obviously, you know, they are kind of stuck in the gacha category at the moment because, you know, it is a gacha game at the end of the day, but hopefully they can add a lot of really fun and exciting things to the game, which will help to, you know, bring it to that status where they want to be recognized for. And overall, this is just a really good interview, just kind of outlining some of the previous stuff that's happened, but also looking at the future of Wuthering Waves, of Kuro Games, and how they want to grow, what their aspirations are for the company and stuff like that, which again is really great to see. And overall, I'm very excited for what's to come in the future of Wuthering Waves and Kuro Games. But leave a comment down below what you guys think about this. Do you think that you're even more excited after reading this? Because I feel like this is a very decent interview to kind of, you know, get people excited for what's to come for Wuthering Waves, and hopefully version 2.1's live stream does also prove that as well. But because again, it looks like they got a ton of really cool stuff coming to the game. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also go to GamerSubs. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff. Definitely recommend going over there, use my code Kaza, 10% off again. Really easy. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.